Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Wellness Wednesday with me, Ziba. Today we're going to discuss how to stop sugar cravings. So the first question is, why do we crave sugar? Well, we crave sugar because, frankly, it's an addictive substance. It lights up the same part of our brain as other chemicals such as cocaine do. So it's very easy to become addicted to refined sugar. So how do we stop the addiction? Ideally, the first thing we do is prevent the addiction altogether by staying away from anything that contains refined white sugar, especially. It's absolute poison for our body. Now, in the event that we are already addicted to sugar and we need to do a sugar detox or reduce our sugar intake, you've got to learn the difference between simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. So simple carbohydrates are basically things like pastries, breads, white rice, and those essentially convert to glucose immediately in our body. Whereas complex carbohydrates like brown rice, legumes, quinoa, buckwheat, starchy vegetables take a lot longer to break down in our bodies, and so they won't cause an immediate spike in our blood glucose levels. So the thing is, if you want to stop your sugar cravings or come off of sugar altogether, how do you do it? Well, number one, you can go cold turkey and just stop. Just stop buying anything with refined white sugar. Don't bring it home. If you don't bring it home, when you crave it, you can't have it because there's none in the house. And if you want to go get some, you're going to have to leave your house, you're going to have to go out and buy it, and it becomes like this mental ordeal, and it becomes this daunting task. So it becomes a lot easier for us to break a habit when the item's not in the house to begin with. We don't have that temptation. Secondly, brush your teeth. Just brush your teeth and floss and close your mouth. I know it sounds funny, but you're not going to eat. I mean, if you tell yourself you're not going to eat, then psychologically that might also help you to stop eating sweets altogether. Number three, stop hanging out with people who love having refined sugars or simple carbs. So if you hang out with people at work who like to go downstairs at 3 o'clock and go to a nearby coffee shop and grab a croissant or a pastry of some sort, don't go down with them if you don't have that willpower and if you're just starting off right now. Fourth, substitute your favorite foods with natural sugars. So if you like rice cakes, for example, and they happen to be made of white rice, go with quinoa cakes instead and see how you feel. Put a healthy protein on top. Smear something healthy on top, or have it with a very healthy fat. That way you're getting nutrition, you don't get that spike and the dip in your blood sugar levels, and it doesn't mess with your energy throughout the day. Last, when you cook at home, in order to eliminate refined white sugar, you can start using healthy alternatives, healthy sweeteners in your cooking. You can use, in Hindi, what's called jaggery, which in English is unrefined natural cane sugar. It goes by the name of sucanat or muscovado, but it's actually sugar that contains vitamins. It contains calcium, it contains iron, B6, zinc. So it's not all that bad for you. You still don't want to have a lot, but at least it does contain some nutrition. The other thing that you can use is maple syrup. Maple syrup is natural, it's really good for you, and it also contains a lot of vitamins. What you do want to stay away from is you do want to stay away from things like stevia. You do want to stay away from agave nectar, because although these are natural sugars, they still mess with the blood sugar level, and they do cause spikes. So you want to have something that's going to stabilize your blood sugar level so that you don't have these spikes in energy. You feel great, and an hour later you go through the slump and you feel really, really tired again. So that's how you can curb your sugar cravings and stop your sugar cravings altogether. Join me next week for another episode of Wellness Wednesday.